Hello, David Paul here. Okay, how is it going? How's the job going? Well, this is a very exhausted me making this video, but you know, keeping it real, man, keeping it real. So, well, I've been machining this, and it's physically hard work. This, you know, even though you're just pulling the track back and forwards, it's just really hard work. So anyway, I managed to machine this off, and you will see that the depth of cut on the end there still leaves quite a thick log, which is far too thick for the chair leg. It's got to be thick but not too thick. So I'm going to have to put a spacer in there to raise it up tomorrow, but I'll continue for a little bit and then I'll quit, and then I'll start again tomorrow. I've got 3 of these to do, of which this is one, so this is kind of, I would say, half finished. So there's a lot more work left to do, and I've only got a couple of days left to do it, but you know, as you say, buhay yan, that's life, and I just got to do it. So somehow I've got to figure out a way to do this, and that's that. So it has a tendency, as you machine the top off, the bottom part is now the heaviest part, so it becomes terribly difficult to rotate it and hold it in place. Now I need to fit a piece of wood and nail it to at the end, and like chock it and all that kind of stuff to stop it rotating and to fix it where it should be. But I can't be bothered, and I haven't got the time, and I just plod on with it. I need to make some progress, just to satisfy myself psychologically. I don't have the time for the finesse. So I will carry on with this. There are parts of this which look quite narrow. That looks quite narrow actually, so maybe that is representative of half of the width of the log that's going to emerge from that, and if that is the case, then that's pretty much okay. I'm happy with that. It will do. So all I have to do is just keep going. It's getting easier because the log is becoming more regular. As these things become more regular, they're much easier to handle. You might have seen people turning wood, tree stumps and all kinds of weird shaped things, and initially they're completely out of balance, you know, and they're flapping around like crazy, and then when you knock the edges off, of course, they start to be more and more balanced, and as they become more cylindrical, they're much easier to handle and to gauge what the hell you're doing and make sense of what the hell you're doing. You know, there may be parts of this which have scallops in them, which would be an interesting feature if I can preserve that, but I don't think that's going to happen with this, because there's so much wood got to come off it that I think we're going to end up with just regular cylinders. However, you've got these pinky knot marks and all sorts of interesting things going on. The best thing to do with this wood is just leave it alone. It's quite capable of staining itself, because it's going to turn like really dark brown, dark reddish brown on its own. So it requires no input from me other than a lick of Danish oil, which you can't get here in the Philippines, but I can get some linseed oil and I'll use that, and that'll be it. So we'll oil it with that. But meanwhile, I just plod on, keep going. I've had a little breather while I made a cup of tea there, and I'll drink that in a moment. While that's masting, I shall carry on, do a few more sweeps and see if I can make this a bit rounder, ready for it to start tomorrow. Jesus be with you.